But you can see how when I move sideways, it gives me a nice hard edge that I don't go over, so I get a nice crisp edge. If you're struggling to get your shading all the way to the edges in your tattoos and you're getting these weird looking gaps between where your lines are and where your shading begins, or you're just completely overshooting it and the mag's pushing straight outside the piece, then you need to watch this video. You don't need to hack up the skin and do a bunch of passes on your tattoo. You just need to use the shape of the mag to your advantage and move it in the correct way so you can get clean, crisp, solid edges. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to get a sharp edge with a Magnum without using the packing technique, so you can bring your shading up to your lines cleanly and get it nice and sharp every time. We've helped thousands of students just like these guys fix this exact issue so they can get smooth, even shading every time. So what you want to do is you want to follow a quarter pipe motion when you're shading, so that you start out real narrow and you get lots and lots of saturation, and then gradually push out so the mag flattens out and you get a nice smooth blend. So what you want to avoid, especially when you've got a line that isn't really a line, it's more of just marking out where the edge of the shading is, I've done this with like a lighter wash, is use the corners of the mag to try and pack in front of it, because you can see it's not super precise. You can see all of these little bits that are going over the line, and it's just completely messed up my edge. Now you can clean it up by just very gradually moving the needles in front of where you've shaded and touching it up, but you may run out of room in the design. You can't always do that. So we want to get things right the first time. So we're going to use the quarter pipe method instead. So when you follow the quarter pipe motion, you're going to move the mag across the line and then gradually push out. It's very similar to whip shading, whereas whip shading, you just stick the needles in and then you push out. But with quarter pipe, you bring the needle down and then you swing out. So you still get that smooth fade that you get from whip shading, but you get a nice, hard, solid edge for the very few millimeters where the needles in the mag are lining up, and then you move across and then swing out. So you get a nice crisp edge at the very end of your shading. Plus it has the added advantage is when you move the needle across the line like this, it's very difficult to go outside the line compared to when you're holding the mag on an angle and you have a lot less precision. Now it's not wrong to use the corner of a mag to shade into tight areas. I do that a lot when I tattoo neotrad and I've got bold, thick lines where there's a lot of margin for error. But when you start doing more intricate pieces with detail and a lot of textures and stuff and you use gray lines and blood lines, you need to get that shading perfectly all the way to the edge. The main reason I like the quarter pipe motion as well is that it's a lot more visibility. You can be very gentle and just glide the needles in. You don't even have to stick the needles in that deep, because when you move them sideways, you get a lot of saturation because they all line up. So when you do this motion, you want to think of it like a quarter pipe at a skate park. It starts out flat and then it ramps out for the fade. And I've done a little bit of a gray line that I'm just bringing this shading all the way up to, but you can see how when I move sideways, it gives me a nice hard edge that I don't go over, so I get a nice crisp edge. And it's very gentle on the skin. I'm not sticking the needles in too deep at all. Once you get to a point where the line connects to another line, then you'll just do a normal whip. You'd stick the needles in and then just gently push out, and then you cross hatch it. So you can see now I've got a nice clean edge all the way out to that gray line, and it's a lot less risk of going over the line when you do this, because when the machine moves, the mag is going with the line instead of going back and forth like this, hoping that that back corner of the mag is going to perfectly line up with that line that you've done. When you move with the line and then you fan out, it's a lot sharper and it's a lot more accurate. So the cool thing with this technique as well is you can do it in a bunch of different positions. You don't just have to be pushing out one way, you can also pull the shading backwards. So if you see this little section down here, before I was over the other edge of the tattoo and I was pushing forward, I was lining things up and then I was moving out like that. And you can also bring it forwards too. If you start out really shallow and then you gradually get deeper into the skin, you can see how you have so much visibility because the needles are barely touching the skin. And that last little bit where you just move the mag completely down, you get a nice, sharp, saturated edge. And then you can go back up the other way. And you have so much more visibility doing this than you do when you're just using the very corner of the mag to just pack in a bunch of ink. And you can see when the needle swings in, it's a nice clean motion against the line. And now you can cross hatch it. Before we went up like this, and now you can swing the mag in and then pull the needle backwards. And then once you have like a big section of shading in, then we just have to smooth it out. You can see like once you got a nice solid edge and then you start to cross hatch it, all of those individual little needle marks that were there before from each one of those little quarter pipe motions, they disappear, and then you're just left with a nice, clean, solid gradient. Now using this technique, there are a few mistakes that you do want to avoid. So the first mistake is going to be stopping mid-motion. When you do these pendulum motions, you do want to commit and follow through, because if you don't and you stop, it's either going to come out uneven or you're not going to reach the line all the way. You have to follow through. The next mistake is going to be still having the mag on an angle when you're trying to do the flat part of the motion. If you do this and say the machine's angled like this, and even if you move in the right motion, you're still using that corner of the mag to try and line up with the edge that you're tattooing. It's gonna come out all choppy, and you're not going to get that nice fade when the mag is supposed to flatten out for the whipping motion when you go across the skin. So the third mistake would be if you're doing this motion and you have a gap, the last thing that you want to do is just use the corners of the mag to pack it in like this, because then you might as well go back to what you were doing before with packing with the edge of the mag, and it's very easy to go over the edge of the lines. So what you want to do instead is just lightly tilt the mag on a very steep angle and lightly brush the needle back and forth over that gap, and that will fill it really, really nicely and super consistent as well, and you'll stay in front of the line and you won't go over it, because you still have tons of visibility when you lightly dip the needles back and forth like that. So there's three things you got to remember when you're using this technique. The first one is you got to make sure you do clean sweeping motions. You got to follow through. You can't pull up the needle halfway, otherwise it's going to not be smooth. So the second thing is that you need to make sure that the mag is almost flat, going right across the edge of the shading so you get a nice clean edge. The third thing is that as it moves across, you want to make sure that it whips out, so it goes sideways and then forwards as you whip it out, and then you get a nice fade on the edge of your shading. So to practice this, you want to outline a simple design. I'll put some drills for you down below this video along with this design as well. And this is what the finished product should look like. Once you get this technique right, you'll see a massive improvement in your tattooing. It's a highly transferable technique that works in neo-trad, new school, realism, Japanese, and all the other styles as well. Also, if you'd like to get some personalized help from either myself, Brandon, or any one of our other coaches here at Tattooing 101, where we'll not only show you how to improve your tattoos just like this, but also give you a customized path to get you from where you are now to a professional level of tattooing fast. We do private coaching with a very select few group of students. I'll put all the information in the link below this video so you can go check it out. Next up, you want to check out our pendulum shading video, because once your edges get nice and sharp, the next problem that you're going to run into is getting your blends nice and smooth all the way to skin tone, and this video is going to show you how to fix that fast.